Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining me. We are going to start lying down today, so come down onto your back, on your mat, rolling down, nice and slowly. Now hug the knees up into the chest for a nice gentle rock from side to side. And bring the legs out long. We're just going to bring the hands onto the belly and just take a few moments to arrive here to our practice today. Bring the attention to the breath. In and out through the nose if you can. And just start to allow that breath to slow down. Maybe inhaling for a count of 4. And exhaling for a count of 6, or maybe 8. Just connecting with the breath. And if the mind is still busy, that's okay. Just notice any time that it wanders off. And pick it up and bring it back to that breath. In for 4. Out for 6. We'll release off any control of the breath now. Just let the breath return to normal. And we'll start to bring in some movement. We're going to inhale the arms up and over the head. Spread the fingers wide. Point the toes. Flex the toes. And exhale. Hands come back down to the sides of the body. And again, inhale, arms come up and over. Spread the fingers wide. Point the toes. Flex the toes, push the heels away, toes come in towards the face. And on an exhale, release off, hug the knees back into the chest for a gentle rock from side to side. You might bring the hands onto the knees and make some circles with the knees on the ceiling. A nice massage for that lower back. Gently round in one direction, back in the other direction. And I'm going to keep the right knee hugged in towards the chest and bring the left leg out long. And just find the contact with that left heel with the floor, gently pushing through that heel. Inhale here, and exhale, squeeze that knee up towards the chest. Slightly out to the side towards that right armpit. Inhale, exhale, swap the legs, left knee comes in, finding that contact with the floor through the right heel. Inhale, exhale, right knee comes in. And again, switch the legs, left knee comes into the armpit. Then the right. And I'm going to bring the right hand out to shoulder height, palm facing the ceiling. And find a nice twist here. Bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee. We'll take an inhale. And then as we exhale, I'm going to use that hand to guide the right knee over to the left. Finding a nice twist here. Looking at the fingers of the right hand. And then we'll come back to center. Left knee comes in, we'll do the same thing. Bring the left hand out to the side. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Inhale. And exhale, take a twist. Bring that left knee over to the right. If it's okay for the neck turn, to look at the left fingertips. Good, release that off, come back to center. We're going to bring the legs nice and wide now, feet as wide as the mat. Hands are down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. We're just going to windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. So exhale, knees come over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side. And just keep working with your breath. Inhaling as the legs come up and exhale as they come down. Maybe getting the head involved as the knees come down, turn the head to look in the opposite direction. And when you've done an equal number on each side, we'll hug the knees into the chest. We'll cross the ankles, hold onto the toes, and gently rock up and down the spine. Coming up to a seated position. We're going to bring the hands out in front of us, bring the knees back. We're going to find a nice extended child's pose here. So move back to the back of your mat, big toes together, knees wide, folding down. The hands can be out in front of you. If this doesn't feel right for the shoulders, you can bring them wider or bring them closer to the knees. Attention back to that breath. As you inhale, feel the belly pushing down towards the mat. I'm going to push into the hands. I'm going to tuck the toes under. We're lifting up to our first down face dog. So spread those fingers nice and wide. Lift the hips up to the ceiling. And we'll gently pedal the feet here, coming up onto the ball of one foot. Slowly pedaling through the legs. Keep the hips lifted. Keep pushing the chest through the arms towards the thighs. We're not worrying about how close the knees, the heels are to the floor here. We just want to find that nice straight spine. So imagine those hips are lifting up to the ceiling. And that chest is pushing through the arms, finding some stillness. We'll drop the knees. Find our tabletop position now, so bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we'll inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, finding our cow pose. Exhale, reverse that movement. Top of the back comes up to the ceiling, looking back through the thighs. Inhale, open. Exhale, pushing up to the ceiling. Keep going, working with your breath, just syncing that breath with the movement. And then we'll release that off. We're going to find our crescent pose now. So we're going to step the right leg forwards between the hands, open through the chest. I'm going to push into that front heel and bring the hands down by the hips, finding your balance here, squeezing the thighs together. And we're going to inhale, lift the hands up. If the balance is there, look up between the hands. If not, down at that front foot. Nice big breath in. Breath out. We're going to take a twist to the right here. Inhale back. And exhale, we're going to fold forwards and we're going to find our half split now. So we're going to bring the hips back towards the heels, bring the hands a bit wider. Finding that balance point, we're going to lift the right toes up, push the heel down into the floor. Good, we'll roll forwards, back onto that foot. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling back, lifting the toes. Inhale forwards. Exhale, hips come back. Inhale forwards. We're going to bring the hands to the inside of that foot now. Step that right foot out towards the edge of the mat. We're going to find our lizard pose. So your choice here, that back knee can come down, or if you want a little bit more, you can tuck the back toes and lift that knee. Working with the breath as you exhale, maybe you can drop the hips a little bit more. Option to stay here if this is enough, or maybe we can lift that back knee. You might need to walk that foot back a little bit to find a comfortable spot on the leg to lift up that knee. And maybe you can bring the right hand back behind you and see if you can hold on to that foot. Good, slowly release that foot, come back to center, push into the hands, tuck the back toes under, bring the front foot back, down face dog. Spread the fingers wide, pushing the chest through the arms, hips are lifted. We'll drop the knees, untuck the toes, step the left foot forwards this time, crescent lunge. Staying open through the chest. Push into that heel, inhale, lift up. Arms come up, spread the fingers wide. Exhale, we'll take a twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forwards, hands come down to frame that front foot, and we'll sit the hips back to the heels, finding our half split on this side. Bring the hands wide. We'll inhale, walk the hands forwards, foot comes down. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Good, once more. And then we'll stay here for a moment in our half split. Just working with that breath. Maybe the chest can come down a little bit further. And then we'll release that off, walk the hands forward, step that left foot out to the outside of the mat, finding our lizard pose on this side. Your choice, that back knee can stay on the floor, or you can lift, tuck the back toes, lift the leg. Wherever you are, spreading the fingers. Option to stay here, or maybe you want to lift that back leg, finding a bit of a calf stretch. And if you can't quite reach that foot with the left hand, just squeeze it up towards the glutes. Good, slowly releasing that off. We'll step that front foot back. Bring the knees wide, big toes together. Exhale, child's pose. I'm going to push into the hands, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, down face dog. I'm going to look forwards between the hands, gently walk the feet slowly up towards the front of the mat. We're finding our first forward fold. So keep the head nice and heavy, release the weight of the head. Keep a nice soft bend through the knees. Maybe holding the opposite elbow with the opposite hand and just take a gentle sway from side to side. Just gently transferring that weight from one foot to the other. And then finding stillness. We'll inhale up halfway, find that nice flat back. Crown of the head comes forwards, opening through the chest. Exhale, release all the way down. We'll inhale, push into the heels, arms come up and over the head. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, we'll work through our sun salutations now. So feet are about hip width apart. Bring the attention to the feet. We want that nice equal distribution of weight through the big toe, the little toe, and the heel. Lift the crown of the head, drop the shoulders. We'll inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, swan dive down. Inhale up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, release all the way down. We'll bend the knees as much as we need to bring the hands down and step the feet back, finding our plank pose. Always an option to drop the knees if you need to. Spread the fingers wide, push the heels away. We'll drop the knees, untuck the toes, hug the elbows in, slowly lower the top of the body down. Inhale, push into the palms, lifting up for our first gentle cobra. Exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, we'll tuck the toes under, push the hips back to the heels, up to the ceiling, down face dog. Look forwards between the hands. We'll take that slow walk forwards, 1 foot at a time, back to our forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale, push into the heels, arms come up and over the head. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring the hands down, step the feet back into plank. Your choice, drop the knees and lower the chest down, or hug the elbows in and lower down in one straight line. Untuck the toes, push into the palms, lift up into our cobra, maybe slightly higher this time. Exhale, chest comes down. Inhale, tuck the toes under, hips come up, down face dog. We'll look forwards between the hands. We're going to step that right foot forwards for our low lunge. We're going to turn on that back heel, push into the front heel, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Your focus is the middle finger of that front hand, relax the shoulders. Checking in with that front knee, making sure it's not dropping in, squeezing it towards that little toe. Breath in, breath out. Back hand comes down, front palm lifts up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. We'll find our extended side angle. Bring that front hand down behind that front knee. Back hand comes forwards, up and round, opening the chest. Push into that heel, windmill the arms back, reverse warrior. Exhale, we'll windmill the hands round, turn on that back foot. Left hand stays down, right hand lifts up for our lunge twist. Push that back heel away. Option to drop that back knee if you need to. Exhale, hand comes down. Push into the palms, front foot steps back into plank. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, lower down. Inhale, push into the palms, lift up into our cobra, or maybe into our up dog. Exhale down. Tuck the toes under, hips back to the heels, down face dog. Look forwards between the hands. We'll step the left foot forwards. Low lunge. Open through the chest. We'll drop that back heel down, push through the front heel, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Sinking through that front leg, pushing into the blade of the back foot. Relax the shoulders. Back hand comes down, front palm lifts up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle. Bring that forearm down behind the knee. Back arm comes forwards and rounds, opening up through the chest. Keep that shoulder away from the ear. If this is too much for that top shoulder, you can bring the hand into the small of the back. Push into that front heel, lifting back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands around, turn on that back foot, lunge twist. Right hand stays down, left arm lifts up. Drop that back knee if you need to. Exhale, hand comes down, push into the palms, tuck the back toes under, bring the front foot back, finding our extended child's pose. Knees come wide, big toes together. Connecting with the breath. And push into the palms, tuck the toes under, lifting up. Down face dog. Look forwards between the hands. Walk back up to your forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release all the way down. Push into the heels, arms come up and over the head. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to find our balance now. We're going to do our tree pose, our vrikshasana. So bring the feet about hip width apart, roll the shoulders down the back. And just bring the attention to the feet. Make sure you've got a nice equal distribution of weight. We'll transfer the weight into the right foot and slowly peel the left foot up off the mat. Your choice here. You can bring the foot as a little kickstand towards the ankle. Maybe it can come up to the calf. Maybe you can lift up to the thigh. Wherever you are, we want to lift up and out of that standing leg. Open that knee. Bring the hands to the heart. Option to stay here. Maybe we can bring the hands up and over the head. Maybe the fingers can come wide. Feeling those micro adjustments on that standing leg. Building strength through the ankle, through the foot. Hands come back and exhale, hands down to heart. Release that leg, give everything a shake. We'll roll the shoulders. And then we'll repeat that on the other side, bringing the weight into the left foot, right foot lifts up. And then finding your balance on this side, lift up and out of that standing leg. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Maybe we can lift the hands up. Maybe the hands can come wide. Good, bring the hands back together, slowly back down to the chest. Release that leg, give everything a shake. Roll the shoulders back. Roll them forwards. I'm going to come back down onto the mat now. We'll inhale the hands up and over the head. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, release. Hands come down. Step back to down dog for just a moment. And then we'll drop the knees, untuck the toes, sit back onto the heels. We'll bring the legs out to one side and then bring them out in front of us. We're going to find our head to knee pose, our Janu Shirshasana. So starting off with the right leg, we're going to bring the legs over to the outside of the mat, coming over to the right. We're going to bend the left foot in, somewhere along that leg. It might be down here, it might be up towards the thigh. We'll ground the sit bones down, lift the spine up nice and tall. And we'll inhale, hands come up. And exhale, hinging from the hips, keeping that nice straight spine. I'm going to fold over that leg. Maybe the hands are on the thigh, maybe the calf, maybe you can hold onto the foot. Wherever you are, when you're in your maximum position, allow the top of the back to round over. Encourage the head towards the knee. Have a check-in with that straight leg. Make sure you're not pulling the kneecap up with the quad, releasing it if you are. And work with the breath. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Gently releasing off, walking the hands back in. We're going to bring that left hand behind the body, right hand comes forwards. Inhale here and exhale, sweep that right hand round to the left, push up onto the knee, lift the hips up towards the ceiling for our baby wild thing. This is too much for the shoulder, you can come down onto the forearm. Exhale, hips come down, arm comes back the way we came. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So bring the left leg out long, come over to the left side of your mat, bring the right leg in. We'll inhale up. Exhale, folding forwards. Releasing that kneecap. And work with the breath. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. And slowly lift back up. Bring the hands in, that right hand comes behind the body, left hand comes forwards, and we'll inhale, sweep that hand around to the right, push up into that knee, into the hand, baby wild thing on this side, option to come down onto the forearm. Keep lifting the hips. Exhale. Hips come back down, arm comes around, back the way we came. Bring both of the legs out long, give them a shake. I'm going to bring the hands behind the body, feet come as wide as the mat, and we're just going to windscreen wiper those legs from side to side. Pushing that knee down, if it feels okay to, towards the mat. And when you've done an equal number on both sides, we're going to bring the feet back together
and we're going to roll down into our relaxation. So grab any warm bits if you need to, or stay seated if you'd prefer. We're going to roll down onto the back. If there's any tension in the lower back, feel free to keep those legs bent. Maybe bring the feet wide and let the knees drop in towards each other. Hands can be on the belly or down by the sides of the body. If the feet are out long, let the feet flop to the side. Tuck the chin in slightly. Close down the eyes. And just notice how you feel. Connecting with that breath. Narrowing the focus of the mind to the nostrils. Noticing that temperature change as you breathe in and out. That slightly cooler air as you breathe in. That slightly warmer air as you breathe out a few moments later. Bring the attention to the feet. Let the feet feel heavy. Relax the calves. Relax the thighs. Relax the hip joints. Let the belly be soft. Relax the chest. Feel the ribs expand as you breathe in and the lungs fill with air. And then feel that release as you exhale and let go. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms, the hands, all 10 of your fingertips. Relax and completely let go of the face. Let the forehead soften. Relax the temples, the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth, even the base of the tongue. Feel that your eyes relaxing here in their pools of darkness. And now you can feel like every part of your body is completely relaxed. And you can rest here for just a few more moments. And start to deepen the breath. Start to bring some movement back into the body. Gently wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Gently rock the head from side to side. Inhale the arms up and over the head for a nice full body stretch. Point the toes, flex the toes, maybe make some circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then when you're ready, gently hug the knees up into the chest, one at a time. Have a gentle rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling over onto one side, pause there for just a moment. Then bring the hand down, push into the floor, come back to a seated position. To end our class, we'll take one last inhale. Arms come up and above the head, palms to touch. And exhale, hands come down to the heart. Take that nice relaxed feeling with you for the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me.